Living here in the tri-states, it sometimes can be difficult to get fresh saltwater seafood, but one local family decided to solve that problem for at least most of us when it comes to shrimp. KHQA's Kalil is live this morning from J&M Shrimp to show us a local shrimp farm. Good morning, Lauren.
Good morning, Chad. Well, behind me here, you'll see this huge pool that is filled with just thousands and thousands of shrimp. And while you may think that keeping these little guys alive and healthy is an easy task before they hit your plate, you may want to think again. Jacob Cyril and his father own farm property in Liberty, Illinois. They have many animals on their farm, but recently they introduced a new species to their farm, shrimp.
I thought it'd be a good way to maybe be able to expand my farm and be able to stay on the home farm without having to expand acres for the time being.
J&M Shrimp is one of the only shrimp farms in the area. They currently have over 20,000 shrimp between 4 different tanks and a nursery tank. The shrimp stay in the nursery for about 30 days and then go into a big tank for about 4 months until they need to be harvested.
Wake up in the morning, feed them, take care of them. You kind of have to just have a good eye for stuff because things go wrong that you don't really anticipate.
Cyril says there's a lot of time that goes into harvesting shrimp and you need to think through more problems than you'd think.
It's a lot harder than it looks like. It's not just set up pools and throw some water in it. If your water is not right, the shrimp unfortunately will not live anymore.
The tanks are kept at 80 degrees and the lights have to stay on at all times. The shrimps are purchased 10 days old from Miami, Florida, and are shipped through one-day FedEx. And when you live in the tri-states, Cyril says that's about as good as it gets.
I sell them live with head on, so no, they don't get no fresher than that.
Now I am live here with Jacob at his shrimp farm. Now can you tell me, there's a few different pools here, but what kind of shrimp are inside this one here?
These are large Pacific white shrimp, and they're medium stage, so that means they're halfway through their lifespan to be able to harvest them.
So about how much longer do these guys have before they are ready to harvest?
About 2 more months roughly we'll start harvesting them, and then through that last month we'll just keep continuing to harvest until we run out.
Good morning, Chad. Well, I am live here with Jacob Cyril, who started the shrimp farm here. Now, what made you decide that you wanted to bring all these fish in and start harvesting them?
It was kind of a joke, really, to begin with. My dad made a joke, and I decided to kind of run with it and decided to raise shrimp instead. So, I don't know.
So would you be able to maybe raise any other type of fish, or are shrimp the only type that you can raise?
You can raise other types of animals, but depends on what area you're in, permits you have to get. Right now I start out with shrimps because it's the easiest thing I could probably start out with.
So now can we see some of these? This is the nursery, right?
Yeah, this is my nursery tank where the shrimp they're about a month old in these.
Very jumpy.
Mm-hmm.
So then about how long do they stay in here for?
They'll stay in here probably another couple more days, or about 40 days in total. And we'll move them into one of our bigger tanks, which is called my grow out tank. In that tank, they'll stay there until they're ready to be harvested.
So then about how big are they going to get before you harvest them?
They'll get right around 20 grams, or I like to say they're 20-25 count a pound. So that's what I like to sell them at.